How about that Kentucky Derby?
I know.
Holy.
I know.
That was insane.
That was, yeah.
Wild. That was like on Secretariat level.
I know, that was
the comeback.
crazy. And then, first female trainer
Ever
ever
to
to win.
That's insanity.
I know.
I feel like that could be a movie for sure, depending on how the rest goes.
I know.
I wonder if they're gonna scratch him for
oh, here it is.
the next one. Was that last year that they did that? The horse that won? They ended up scratching the second race and then ran the third.
Maybe.
I can't remember. I could be making that up, but I feel like something like that happened.
I know, that was like, it was very cool. And then the jockey, his brother came in second.
Yeah.
And the jockey that won the Derby also won the Kentucky Oaks the day before.
Oh, really? Did he?
Yeah.
I saw that
Big day
they were
him.
brothers. I was like, first and second. That is so
It's
cool.
so-
like,
I
what
know.
a cool family to come from.
I know. That's, yeah.
It was insane.
Very cool. Hi. Welcome back to another episode of the Working Amy podcast. I'm Nora.
I'm Maria.
And first of all, sorry about the sound issues last week. I don't really know what happened, but we're good.
We tested
this week.
it.
We tested the mics. So thank you for bearing with us. We're doing our best.
We're just girls.
We're just girls. All right. So today we are going to, again, read some submissions. No theme for the submissions, but then like 2 years ago. Like in 2024, we asked you guys for animal communicator stories. So now, today,
we're gonna be
getting
them.
We're going to read the animal communicator stories that we got. We only got 3, so we're going to do those for the discussion. And like Maria and I did the animal communicators, but
for preparation of that episode that was supposed to come out, and then
2 years ago,
Nora, I think, had
and then
Hazel. I think you went into labor, and that did not happen.
I don't really know what happened, but we're doing animal communicator stories today, so I'm excited. I haven't read any of them.
No, I haven't either.
So,
and then we can also just kind of go over like our experience with it.
Yeah,
we don't remember it that well because it was 2 years ago, but I remember like parts of it that it was just a really cool experience.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Do you want me to go first? I can go first. Okay. So this one is an oldie. Ooh. It's from July 16th, 2024.
Okay.
This person says, your TikToks just started coming up on my FYP. I wonder if we're still coming up on her FYP.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
And I'd love for you to guess what we paid for my junior jumper. This was 15 plus years ago.
Oh my gosh.
So maybe that totally complicates things. Haha. But he was a pretty unique find. He was a 16.1 Holsteiner Gelding. When I purchased him, he was 13 years old and had been out of showing for at least a year. Mysterious circumstances, owner allegedly ran out of money and sold him out from under the rider.
Oh, that's not good.
Our broker pulled him out of a field in Germany for his daughter, but he was too small for her, so he sold him to us. At the height of his career, he was ridden by this Canadian Olympic rider and was consistently winning big Grand Prix and placing in World Cup qualifiers.
Wow.
He was set to be this rider's horse for the Pan Am Games at one point. This was 2 to 3 years before we purchased him. Most honest horse I've ever ridden. Took me from children's jumpers to the meter 45s. Loved his job and could walk into any ring. Super sound. Pics for reference if they load. My internet is being crazy. Pics for reference and because he's cute. Funny side story. We saw this rider at the Gold Cup 3 years after he saw him last. He rode up next to me in the schooling ring and asked, "Is that who I think it is? If so, stay out of his way and let him win." He was definitely right. This horse knew the job well.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know.
Wow, that horse sounds like such a find.
So what do you think she purchased him for?
Is it U.S. dollars?
Yes.
It is in U.S. dollars. Was it overseas? Like, was the horse overseas? Because her broker picked it out from Germany.
But the broker bought it for their daughter.
That was in the United States.
I think so.
Okay. So, like, they imported. So he was already here when she bought him.
That
is
is
what
my
we're going for.
that is my understanding.
Okay.
Let me see if I can load this to get the pictures.
Okay. It's a bay. I'm gonna say it right now. It's for sure a bay.
I don't even know because, again,
I'm picturing a bay with like
I'm also
a blaze,
picturing a bay.
right? There you go. Is it a bay? Yes,
Yep.
it's a bay. Oh, he's cute.
Yeah, he is
He is
cute.
very cute. Does he have a blaze?
I think he has a star in
A
his snip.
star? Yeah, I was thinking something like a white
Yeah.
marking somewhere. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly how I pictured that horse when
Yeah.
you were describing him. Okay, so this was 15 years ago, which horse prices
15
were
plus
years ago.
So we're talking like 2010.
2010-ish.
Ish.
We read one too last time that was like what, 2000?
Like 8 or
it was,
something.
yeah,
or like
it was
2000.
The horse was like
23. Yeah.
And like that horse was under 5,000. I would be shocked if this horse was under 5,000, but like this is one that the circumstances kind of dictated the price rather than the horse's prior experience, is what I'm thinking. Because like with that prior experience, even back then, you would think that the horse would have gone for a good amount, but because the trainer sold it under the owner. Is that what she said?
Yeah, the trainer sold it out from under the owner.
Oh, I wonder how that works, because like doesn't.
Well, or no, the trainer sold it out from under the rider.
The rider, not the owner.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was like, that's not great.
Yeah.
Okay, so sold it out from under the rider, and then the broker bought it from Germany. We're gonna say imported it for the daughter. And they didn't get along? Is that what happened?
The horse was too small.
The horse was too small.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
So
it just didn't work out.
She just didn't fit him.
It didn't work out. Okay.
Yeah.
What did she buy him for? I think I'm gonna go freaking wild on this one. It was like 15.
No, way more than that.
Okay. Okay.
Oh wait, there was another picture that didn't load.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah,
okay.
He's cute.
45.
More.
60.
Like a decent chunk more.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's not like a shocking thing. It's like, okay. 125?
Less than that.
Is it in the six figures?
No.
Is it like 98 or something, like 95? 90?
A little bit less.
In the 80s?
Yeah.
85?
It's 85.
Okay.
Yeah, there were definitely like two ways that could have gone.
I know. I was going the like crazy route because like that was just set up. I feel like that whole story was just set up for like I got this horse for free almost.
You know what's crazy though? This horse that was ridden by a Canadian Olympian, winning Grand Prix, placing in World Cups, almost went to the Pan Ams, like then did the children's jumpers.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like, I think back then, 85 was maybe still cheap. Not cheap, but like...
I think for sure for a horse with that caliber, even given the situation, it was a good price.
Yeah, I think so too.
And it was like, that was a steal for a price. Because I feel like even back then, the horses would have been going for...
A horse like that would have been going for...
I don't know.
Low sixes?
In 20... I still think it would. Because that caliber, I feel like...
Mid-sixes?
Yeah, I feel like that caliber, like, never really... Like, yes, they're more expensive now, for sure.
Yeah.
But I like, even back then, that caliber of horse that was going to the games, possibly, and doing all of that, it almost held steady. So, yeah, I would say, like, 350 to 500.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I think that was a great price for this horse. I think this person got really lucky that like the circumstances worked out for them.
Then
but
when
also
you probably say 350 to 500, and then my guess was 15,000. It's like, gotta laugh at that because I was just like, this is crazy.
We've
seen
stuff
some
like that.
insane ones. Like my valuations now are just like so off
I
because of all the
know.
submissions that are like, I bought my Grand Prix horse for like $5,000.
I know. But like, and like, it's crazy. I mean, I mentioned this already, but like, you don't see Grand Prix horses that can also do the children's jumpers.
Yeah, because
right?
there's usually
Like,
something like they're quirky.
like those horses are freaks.
Yeah, they're in a league of their own.
and
Mentally.
So like being able to find one
And that took her to, you said, the children's jumpers
meter
through
45.
meter 45. When you said that, like my jaw dropped. I was like, wow.
I know.
That's a horse.
I know.
That is so impressive. 85,000 back then for a horse like that, I think is an amazing, amazing price because you wouldn't be able to find that now.
No, God, no.
Not with that resume.
No. This horse now would be like $1 million.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like, I'm not even exaggerating that much. But
yeah, that's pretty impressive. I just think that the circumstances would have, because he was in a field for a year, right? And then Germany. It was like one of those like get him off the books type situations, which did decrease the price. I'm wondering what the broker bought him for in Germany. That would be interesting.
I know that would be interesting.
Like they broke even, or like they paid more over there to import. Because usually the back burner horses we see going for a lot less than what they're actually valued at. Yeah. But I think that's a fantastic price. Yeah. For that horse.
I agree. I think so too.
Does she still have him?
I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting. If you're listening, you want to do a follow up on what the horse, like if you still have the horse, if you sold him, because I would love to know what like the pricing is. I mean, now the horse would be either.
The horse now would be
maybe past
almost 30.
Yeah. So, but like, as you're going up the divisions and stuff like that, in its prime, essentially when she bought it, like I would love to know what you could have. If she sold him or what happened with him?
I know.
Or if she kept him, because that seems like a once in a lifetime type of horse that you get with that much experience at that price.
So crazy.
Because we said you couldn't even find a hunter for like what was the budget, 60 to 80? Yeah, and we're like good luck with that.
I know.
No, but they are out there.
Well,
this was 15 years ago, so not this exact situation, but the deals are to be had. Yeah. They're out there. You just have to be creative and compromise. Yes. But wow, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm starting off strong with this guessing.
Oh, man.
You want to let me know that he finished the gardening. Nice. He loves his plants. Okay.
Cheers, Joe.
Yeah, I feel like once you buy a house, like, you just get a gardening.
Joe's obsessed with the garden.
Green thumb. Yeah, he was, like, mulching. He was digging out, like, a trench. I don't know what they're called.
Oh, yeah, when you, like, edge it.
Yes, yes, exactly. And I was like, oh, it looks nice.
We hired some people to come do, like, a spring cleanup for us this year, though, because with Hazel, it's just, like, a lot.
Yeah. Thank goodness my backyard's turf, because I don't know how I would be dealing with that grass back there and everything. All right. Guess the sales price. Okay. I have two interesting horses that you guys may like to take a couple guesses on. This is from 2025. December. Okay. All right. 12-year-old, 16.1 Oldenburg mare. Okay. She has a good record up through the 120s at Weck-Ocala in Ohio, Wellington, KHP, etc. Lots of junior and amateur miles. School's 130, always jumps, not spooky, and uncomplicated on the flat. Bred as a 3- and 4-year-old before being started, produced 2 premiums that are now competing successfully in the Hunters. She didn't start jumping height until maybe 6 or 7. You could put your grandma on this horse and walk away without a worry. She did have an injury to her suspensory, but her previous owner did every possible therapy, stall rest, then right into hills, 24/7 turnout for a year, and slowly brought into under saddle work, stem cell, shockwave, PRP, etc. Ultrasounds are 100% healed with no scar tissue, and she is back into full work with no issues. Fingers crossed. LOL. Her owner sold her to me because she was nervous that people would jump her right into the ground and try to make a quick buck without disclosing her previous injury. I'm happy if she ends up being just a flat horse or a broodmare, but per the 3 vets I've talked to, 110 should be easy work, and making it back to 120s, 30s is not unrealistic. She said, I don't really care either way. What do you think she bought her for?
When did she buy her?
This seems like it was recent. Like, that she sent this in 2025.
Okay.
So, let's say around 2025.
I think that she got like a big discount on the horse because of the suspensory
Injury,
and,
even though
like,
it was completely healed.
yes, but like she's not in shape to jump really right now, it sounds like.
Mhm.
Like it sounds like there's still kind of like rehab or like
Left to
working
go,
her
yeah.
back up. 25,
Less.
15,
Less.
really?
Yeah.
Less than 10?
Yeah.
5?
4,500.
Wow.
Wow is right. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Because, like, for a horse, like, yes, if it was an injury, I could see 45, like, if it still needed something extra,
Or
like
if they were
surgery,
like,
or
if they were like, she's not going to jump again.
she'll never jump again. But we did read that because she said she did produce two
Yeah.
premiums that are now competing successfully in the Hunters. We read one that they ended up donating the mare that they couldn't ride anymore
for 85
for like
They
85,000
valuated her at 85.
at 85,000
yeah.
as just for breeding.
Yeah.
So like even that like
Yeah.
is pretty impressive. So I mean, I don't know what this horse would have been valued at, but if you bought her for 4,500 and then say she was valued at like even 50 or something because of like her potential, that's a killer tax discount.
Yeah.
Like tax deduction. Like that's impressive that you bought her for 4,500.
Yeah.
She's 100% healed with no scar tissue and is back into full work with no issues.
Yeah.
So I wonder if she was sold as like back to work with no issues, or
That's
if
what it
like
sounds
right,
like.
or if she had to do rehab because it sounds like she was
It sounds
sold
like
fine.
The owner did all the rehab
and then sold.
It sounds like the horse maybe just isn't. But also, she said that the owner sold the horse to her because she didn't want it to be like jumped into the ground. Like, so I wonder if it was like
maybe
I'll knock
like
the price down for a good situation.
Or like I wonder if it was like a connection. Like she knew the owner maybe.
Yeah.
Like they were friendly or acquaintances and they're like, I will trust you with my mare.
Yeah.
But like for the owner to do all of that to get her back, usually when we're reading these and we say like, okay, if there's something wrong with the horse that you find out in the PPE, as an owner, take the responsibility, get the horse back to where it can be sold, and then you can sell it for a higher price.
Yeah.
This one's interesting because the owner did pretty much all the work.
Yeah.
And still sold it for a really low price. Because, I mean, what would you have sold the horse for?
Probably my original guess of 25.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Because I wouldn't, like, without the injury, the horse would have been good record through the 120s, lots of junior and amateur miles. I mean, this would have been
6 figures.
Yeah,
How old's the horse?
The horse is 12.
I think it could be a 6-figure horse.
I was thinking more like mid high, like in the 70 to plus. Like I would say that would be.
I don't know, because this horse sounds like it has like a squid-like kind of record.
But she didn't start jumping till 6 or 7.
I don't think that matters,
you don't think?
Though. Not at 12.
Because she has, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's like 5 years of show experience.
And like if she's doing well at the shows and is a horse that you can put literally anyone on.
Yeah, always jumps, not spooky and uncomplicated on the flat. The fact that it probably has a pretty remarkable show record, that would push the price over, I think, into the six
Yeah.
figures. But yeah, that's insane. So like you could have sold the horse for six figures, got injured, and then you ended up selling the horse for 4,500.
Yeah,
because like
that's crazy.
all of that therapy and stuff.
I know. That's
I'm
expensive.
assuming that was not cheap. But good for the owner for doing all that therapy to get the horse back into shape, and then making sure it went to a good home. It didn't.
Yeah.
They weren't just like, I'll take the best offer.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, the second horse is also a 12-year-old, 18-hand Hanoverian gelding. He came over from Europe where he was doing the 0.90s to 1 meter as a 4-year-old, and then I was one of his first US riders. He really ended up coming over with no concept of connection, straightness, etc., green as grass. 3 years of work, and we got him schooling 110, 120 with an occasional 130, showing 1 meter reliably. He schools training level cross country. He's a nervous horse, particularly in the show ring, so you have to have a very specific approach to be successful. But when he's confident, you can jump a really big track with no issues. Takes a joke in terms of distance, but does not tolerate poor riding. He's ready to step up to bigger things, just taking it slow as my personal goals are now show-centered. He is also schooling PSG dressage with confirmed changes. Passage. I need to make sure I say that correctly. Did I say it correctly? Half steps started, counter canter, half passes, pirouette, extended gait, etc. Could go straight dressage and be very competitive. What do you think I bought him for? So this must have been recent. Like, let's just say in 2025. Did I just ruin this? Can you look? I'm like...
There we go. She bought him in 2025.
Yeah, let's say 2025.
I'm gonna be upset if she bought this horse for more than the other one.
I know, I was thinking that too. It's like, oh no.
I feel like she did though. 10K?
Less.
5K?
Less.
Okay, good. 3K?
Less.
Was he free?
He was free.
Okay.
He was free. My client gave him to me because he's a very particular ride and was blown up by another trainer. So we had some baggage to sort through, but 100% worth it.
Okay, thank God.
Let me know what you think.
I was going to be upset if she paid more for this horse than the other one.
I was too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that.
But for free?
For free is kind of crazy.
I don't know for free.
We've seen horses like that go for, I don't know, 10K-ish, like 7,500.
Even quirks people are willing to take chances on, especially now. I feel like I've seen a lot more like care leases, or like when they know that the budget's not big enough for a type of horse that they want, they're like, I'm okay with quirks.
Yeah.
But the budget is also going to be 4 figures, under 25,000 usually. But like for a horse like this, I don't know. I don't think he should have been free.
It needed to be free.
I want to know what the tea was with the other trainer. There was something that happened with another trainer.
Yeah.
So, oof.
I know. I feel like she's gonna have a hard time selling him, or she has to sell him to a professional. But I don't know if a professional would want
a horse like this
kind of horse. Unless they were willing to just like stick to the meter 20s and 30s.
I feel like if it was someone coming in, like a new professional coming into the industry, like I'm gonna
like a young professional.
Yeah, a young professional
who maybe doesn't have connections,
or that doesn't have the budget for a horse like this, but needs to be seen in the show ring.
Yeah. Because this is not an amateur horse, unless it's like a professional amateur,
or like a gritty amateur that doesn't have the budget. That's like I will take it, or one of those, or an amateur or a professional that likes the development and training, because this horse is 12 already. That likes the development aspect of things. But like, it's interesting because she did say he could go straight into dressage and be very competitive. Like I wonder if he's nervous in like the jumper ring, or if he's nervous in like any ring when you go out. Because that would be interesting to see. Like, if he's really nervous in the show ring for just jumpers, but he's really nice for dressage, I would 100%, I think, switch him
sell him
into
as a
dressage and
horse.
sell him as a dressage horse, because I
Yeah.
think you would be able to get, especially if he's doing all of these well and competitive in dressage.
I wish we had pictures.
I know. I'm also thinking a bay, though, for this one, too. I don't know why.
I'm thinking like a big kind of like really dark bay or like almost black horse.
Right? Like 18 hands.
Yeah.
He's big. Yeah, he's big, too. I would personally, I think, if I had a horse like this, because like you don't want to force a horse ever to be in a ring that he doesn't want to be in. Like, if it's like anxiety, you try to work through it, and if it's like the horse is just not happy, then you try to find a ring that he is happy in. Or so if he's happy in dressage and he's good in it, I would just make that switch and start training him in dressage flat out.
Yeah.
Because I think she's going to have, if she does end up selling him, she's going to have a better chance of selling him for a good amount of money as a dressage horse rather than a jumper with this experience.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's cool, too, that he does, like, cross country. I'm wondering if he's, wondering if he could do some eventing.
Yeah, it sounds like it. But then again, is he too nervous for it?
Yeah. I mean, he does say, but when he's confident, you can jump a really big track without any issues.
I think he sounds like he just needs someone. He's like a one-rider kind of horse.
Yeah.
He needs one person that's going to ride him and show him. I mean, maybe like a trainer can hop on him for like training rides.
Yeah.
Like on the, like whatever. But he needs one person that he trusts, that like, you know
the horse back and forth.
You have to build the connection. And then it sounds like he would be fine.
Yeah, because I mean, when he's confident, he jumps with no issues. He does take a joke in terms of distance, but does not tolerate poor riding. So, like, I mean, you wouldn't sell this horse anyway to someone who hopefully wouldn't be able to ride.
That's kind of what I was like, well, I guess he does take a joke in terms of distance. So I guess that's...
Like, I feel like everyone misses occasionally.
Yeah.
Like, even the professionals, like, I've seen miss occasionally. But for the most part, when you reach that kind of level, like,
Yeah.
Especially if, I mean, it's occasional 130 jumps, but, like, mostly meter to meter 20, it seems like. He's schooling 110 to 120, but showing 1 meter. So, you would have to get, like... Yeah, because that's tough, because for a professional, they would probably want to move up the ranks. And if he's only schooling a meter, like, you wouldn't be able to ask, like, a ton for him.
Yeah, I know. Did she ask what we think?
No, but I'm interested to know if she's going to sell him and what she wants to sell him for. I would personally, I think I would see consistently if, like, maybe do, like... I was gonna say maybe like a lease on him to like a gritty amateur, young professional, and see if that consistency pays off and like the horse becomes better in the ring. Because I'm wondering if that's like just a long-term issue, or if it's like if he has the right consistency and good experiences, if that nervousness goes away.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't, like, say after a year of like you really putting in the work, I would for sure just switch him to dressage and focus on that.
Yeah.
Save everybody the headache of going through the emotions of trying to sell him and not getting what you want for him.
Yeah, definitely.
But very interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
So the subject line of this one is lease again versus buyout.
Ooh, I love these.
This is from March 17th, 2026.
Oh, right after my birthday.
So, this person says, "Hi girls, fellow working Amy here, longtime listener. Figured since I have a lease now, I'd give you some numbers for the podcast."
Yay!
A little background. I'm 31 and rode competitively as a junior and then stepped away from showing when I went to college. Found my way back about 2 years ago and have ambitions to do the lows, dare I say medium, amateur jumpers in the future. Last fall, I leased my jumper who is taking me through the heights. He is a liver chestnut Holsteiner born May 2011, so he's 15. Prior to my lease, he brought an amateur from the meter to the meter 20 in a year and was doing the meter 30s and welcomes with a pro.
Wow.
He is absolutely zero stop. Wish he would sometimes, if you know, you know. No quirks, zero prep. We may throw him in a national derby at a show in the spring or summer just for fun. He's super easy, simple, straightforward. Here's a snippet from his ad. The ultimate teacher and confidence builder from the meter to the meter 25. He is kind, scopy, forgiving, and competitive. Recently, he picked up tricolors in the meter 10 amateurs at Blowing Rock and the meter 20 junior am at Brownland, and jumped clear rounds in the meter 30 with a pro.
Oh.
He is the same horse at home to practice on and at the shows. Truly a barn favorite. And then she says his 1-year lease for the meter height was offered at blank, but the owner agreed to blank. My contract has a buyout option before lease expires for blank.
Okay.
I can release him at the meter 15 height for blank. So there's a lot of numbers there.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. I want to, well, okay. Let's do the numbers first and then I'll read the rest of it.
Okay, all right. So, how old's the horse? 15?
The horse is 15. He's
15.
May 2011. So he's 14. He's going to be 15 in May.
Okay, well, we're in May, so I'm just going to say he's a 15.
Oh, yeah, it is May.
I know,
forgot.
It's crazy, right?
It still feels like it's March.
It does,
for some reason.
yeah.
You know what? It's the weather.
Yeah, it is. Like, what is this? Finn had his, like, blanket on today.
I know.
Like, it's insane. Okay, so great horse for the meter to meter 25?
Meter, yes, they advertised him as a confidence builder from the meter to the meter 25.
I mean, if this horse isn't 6 figures, like, I don't know what's going on. This sounds like for a packer, because we always say it's very difficult to find a horse that, like, can move up that, like, someone that quickly. And he's clear rounds at 130 with a professional. And he's no quirks.
No.
So what are the
quirks, zero prep.
No quirks, zero prep, and a long show history?
Yes. Tricolors in the meter 10 amateurs at Blowing Rock and the meter 20 junior am at Brownland, jumped clear rounds in the meter 30 with a pro. Brought hit an amateur from the meter to the meter 20 in a year, was doing the meter 30s and welcomes with a pro.
And what are the numbers that I have to get?
Okay, so the first one is his 1-year lease fee.
His 1-year lease fee.
For a meter. He was offered at blank, but the owner agreed to blank.
I think it's mid-5s. I just don't know if it's the low mid-5s or the high mid-5s. Do I split it down the middle? 50?
Less.
40?
Yeah, so the original asking price was 40.
Okay.
But the owner agreed to blank.
The original asking price was 40, and the owner agreed to, I wouldn't have dropped it that low. I feel like it's like 32. 32?
A little bit less.
30?
Yeah.
Okay, I should have just gone with the even.
Yeah. Which I think is a great price for this
That's
horse.
an insane price for this horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have dropped the price that much. $10,000 for a yearly lease. You, like, lucked out.
I know.
For that type of quality horse, which is what it seems like.
Yeah.
10,000's a big hit for a lease fee.
I know. At that much money. Like, if it was like 100 versus 90, it's like, okay.
But 40 to 30?
25%
hit,
decrease.
Yeah. For the owner. I wonder if she knew the owner.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder if it was like one of those friends and family connections. Like, or like something was going on with the owner, because like I can't see. I'm having trouble picturing a world where like this type of horse is like, and the owner's like, oh yeah, I'll take a $10,000, like I'll take him for 30 for the lease. Like that just, I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it, because the horse is clearly worth 40.
Yeah.
And like I feel like it wouldn't be hard to lease out either for 40 as a packer for like meter up.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like 40 is a super fair price. Yeah, I said 50, and I mean, I was go anywhere from 40 to 60, 65 for like the lease. Okay, so yeah, that's a great price for $30,000 a year. I have seen lesser horses go for more.
I know. So the contract has a buyout option before lease expires for blank. So like an additional blank or like.
Okay. Do I do the 40% or do I do 50%? I feel like, was this recent?
Yes. She started leasing him in the fall of 2025.
So the original price was 40. So if we're doing like, if the owner, I'm getting confused because if the owner was willing to take like a $10,000 cut, I'm almost assuming that she wasn't going to sell him for, oh, like I would have thought this was just a 6-figure horse, like easily. So like, let's see, what's that would be, so 80,000 would be 50% for the 40. I think the horse is between, I think the horse is between 60 and 80
For the all-in price?
for the all-in price. Because he said, oh yeah, because she said it would be additional.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go half. So that would be 75, 40,000, an additional 40,000,
More.
an additional 50,000.
More.
Okay, so she's not doing 50%. It's more than 50,000 for the buyout.
Yeah.
70?
Split the difference.
60?
Yeah.
60,000?
Yeah. My contract has a buyout option before lease expires for $60K, so $90K all in.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then there's if she decides to lease him again. So I guess for this year, her contract says that she can't
So that's
show
like,
above a meter.
okay.
So then she can release him again because she says I can release him at the meter 15 height for blank.
So she can release him. So she's leasing him currently for 30.
Mm-hmm.
She can
Just to do the meter.
Just to do the meter. She can put an additional 60,000 in to buy him.
Or she can lease him again.
Or she can lease him again for a certain amount.
Mm-hmm.
And then for that contract, would it be like you can move up? Okay, so this is going to be higher then. Because like if you're moving up, then the owner would not want to take the risk.
Mm-hmm.
Or she can lease him again 40.
Less.
35.
Yeah.
35. I would have done 40.
Yeah, I know. I know. But yeah, so yes. So she's leasing him for 30.
Okay.
There's a buyout option for an additional 60 for 90K all in, or she can lease him again to do the meter 15 for 35K.
Okay.
So she says, he is seriously the best boy, so sweet in the barn, loves to cuddle, and has been the best teacher for me already. We just did one show right after we got him, then straight to Florida. Have some time to think about it, but we'll need to decide about buying versus releasing. I'd love to keep moving up and see myself wanting to jump at least a meter 20, so I'm struggling with the option of whether to lease another year and move up a division, knowing he is the best teacher and option for the move up, or take the buyout option. If I can afford the buyout option in the fall, it's not much more than leasing again.
Yeah.
But then I have concerns about his age. He'll be 16 going on 17 at that point. Knowing that I want to continue moving up. I know I could lease him out if I want to move up and he needs to move down, but of course owning comes with a whole bag of risks.
Yes.
Would love to hear y'all's input. Love the pod. Keep it up, ladies.
Aww. I love these that they're like, should I buy or should I lease? They're like some of my favorites. Because we actually have to have, we get to have a good discussion on everything.
I know what I would say, but I want to hear your opinion first.
Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. So let me.
She attached pictures, but they're not loading.
So she can put an additional 60,000 in to buy him out.
Mm-hmm.
Which would mean, because she's already spent the 30,000, so realistically, it's pretty much getting a horse for 60,000.
Yeah.
Or she can pay 35,000 for another year.
Mm-hmm.
And the horse is 15, because she said he'd be 16 and 17 when she bought him out. Like, was she thinking about leasing another year? Because like if her lease just ended. Then
her lease just started. Well, it started in the fall.
Okay, so then, yes, so he would be 15 throughout her lease season.
Yeah.
And then when she buys him, he would be 16.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you would basically be buying a 16-year-old for $60,000.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, when you're looking at like leasing versus buying, it would be comparables, right? Like, can you find a comparable horse in that price range? For that much experience, probably not.
Yeah.
But then you also have to look at like your lifestyle, and do you foresee yourself doing this for the next amount of years? Like, how many years are you going to be competing at that level, or what's your life situation happening? Like, are you going to be having kids anytime soon? Are you going back to school? Like, she's 31.
Yeah.
I think. Like, what's your life situation? Because like that depends.
Yeah.
So then it's like your personal life. Like, do you have time in your personal life? Like, do you foresee yourself for the next number of years having free time to ride and stuff like that? Because if so, I mean, let me just do math really quick. Hold on. Let me try to make this like logically make sense to me.
Do you want to hear what I think?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I think.
Okay.
I think she should lease him again, get a year of experience in the meter 15, and then buy a different horse. Because she said, I have ambitions to do the low and, dare I say, medium amateur jumpers in the future.
That's 125.
The mediums is a meter 30 to meter 35.
Oh, meter 30, meter 35.
So I
you're not going to be finding
don't think that this horse isn't going to take her to the mediums. It was doing a meter 30 with a pro.
Okay.
Right? This horse is not going to be the horse that takes her to the mediums. It sounds like he's a great teacher. So that's why I think lease him again for $35K for the meter 15.
Yeah.
Get that experience. Save up if you can, and try to find a horse that can do the mediums.
That's going to be so expensive, though.
I know.
Because if she wants to head right into the mediums.
But this horse isn't going to.
I agree with you. I agree with you that the horse is not going to be able to take her through the mediums. But like.
Especially because he's going to be 16. Like, at that point. I don't want to say he's going to be moving down, because that's not necessarily true. I mean, he could maybe do the meter 15s until he's in his 20s.
Yeah.
But then the other thing is, like, if she buys him, like, how long is he going to want to do? Well, first of all, if she releases him, I guess if she buys him, she could do the meter 20s on him.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like, this horse kind of sounds like a Squid, where like Squid was doing the meter 30s with a pro, but his comfort height is like meter 20, meter 25.
Yeah.
Like, even if I was riding 5 days a week, probably could not go jump a meter 30 on Squid. He's going to be 16 this year too, actually.
Oh, Squid is?
Yeah.
Oh,
my boy.
No.
But then it's like, but I also bought Squid when he was 12.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because this one is tough, because like, if you're looking for a meter 30 horse, that's going to be a lot more than what this is.
If you're looking for like a packer, which is this horse, but you're looking for a packer at the meter 30, 35, you're not going to be finding one.
You're not going to find one for 90K.
For 90K. It's going to be in the six figures for sure.
It's going to, yeah. But at the same time, like, because she says, I have concerns about his age. He'll be 16 going on 17. At that point, I know I could lease him out if I want to move up and he needs to move down. Like, yes. There's risks to that.
Yeah. I mean, she seems like she's aware that there's risks. Like, she's like owning.
Owning comes with a whole bag of risks.
Yeah, because like, what if the horse gets injured? Then you're on.
Then you're on the hook for that
that horse, and then if you have another horse, you're on the hook for that one. I would personally, I think I would agree with you and lease again for this year, because like, no one knows the future. Like, you could say you have aspirations for the 130s, 135s, and then maybe something in life happens that you're like, actually, I don't want to be doing that, or something else like in your personal life happens that it's like I actually don't have time to do
Yeah.
that. Like you never know, and a year I think gives you, and at a meter, jumping up to a meter 30, 35 is a huge like jump.
Yeah.
Like, and that's something that
Even
like
a meter
you
to
said,
a meter 15 is
like a
big
huge jump. Yeah. So like that, I agree with you that that horse probably isn't going to be the horse to take her up to that level, especially
No.
if she's used to this type of horse. The meter 30, meter 35 horses, I feel like are in a whole different league of their own. Like we just, like we
Yeah.
talked about, and the fact that he's only jumped 130 with a professional, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's, it might not be the most, it might be a really amateur friendly horse at meter 20 and below, but then once you get above that,
It needs like a strong,
like a
confident
particular ride. Yeah. So I would personally do the lease route, even though it's a lot of money. It's not a lot of money given the horse that you have.
Yeah.
And get yourself that experience at the 115
Mhm.
level. I mean, can she jump? Can she jump at 120 in the contract maybe? Like,
I don't know.
okay. Yeah, I would maybe ask about that.
Yeah.
To see if you could do like a class or two, or at least like school that height.
Yeah.
Because you just need experience at this point, I think,
Yeah.
if you're like looking to move up the levels. And like this is a great horse to give you that experience, really like make your riding a lot better, make
Mhm.
yourself super accurate. Like love packers for
Yeah.
this. And that 1 year will give you that time to really develop yourself as a
Yes.
rider, rather than if you don't have that 6-figure budget and you're looking for a meter 30, meter 35 horse, you might have to get one that you have to develop.
Yeah.
And you want to be a good enough rider.
Yes.
Not that this person isn't, but like
Yeah,
you
we
want
don't
to
know
be
anything about
yeah, you want to
this,
be a
how
good
this
enough
person
rider
rides,
to develop that type of horse, or be able to like ride that type of horse at that level
Yeah.
without having to like move all like up the ranks again.
Yeah.
Because like if her budget's not 6 figures, then
She'd have to get something.
she would have to probably get something
or
young.
like import something young.
Yeah. I would, if her budget's not 6 figures, but it's like around that, I would probably import. I would
agree.
choose to import, but like not import a 4-year or 5-year-old. Like I would import one that has experience like overseas
Yeah.
and then import.
Yeah.
Like even like up to 12. Like I feel like that would be fine.
Yeah.
That has the experience at like 135,
Mhm.
140 over there, you import. Like I could see that.
Yeah.
But I think for this, pricing wise, like it's a better bang for your buck to lease again
Mm-hmm.
than to do the buyout, because there's just so many unnecessary risks that I think you would take.
And like if this horse was like 10 or 11
Yeah.
or 12 or even like 13, I'd be like, yeah, buy him.
Yeah. I think it's the age factor in here
And
that is like the...
And again, we love a step down horse. I
Yes.
love a step down horse. Like I love this horse for if this person was like, I want to just do the meter 15,
Yes.
I would say yes, buy him.
Yes.
But the fact that she said, I have ambitions to do the low or medium amateur jumpers.
Yeah, she's trying to move up.
Yeah.
You don't get a step down horse when you're looking to move
Exactly.
up the ranks with that same horse. Like
Exactly.
usually you use a step down horse as like your
Like, I
forever
wanna
horse, your lease horse,
Yeah,
your
like,
teacher.
A step down horse is like, this horse was doing the meter 30s. I only want to do the meter 15s.
And be competitive.
Yeah.
And know that it's going to get me around.
Yeah.
Which this person does seem like she wants
Yes.
at the meter
Right
15.
Right now.
Yes, right
Yeah.
now. But if the horse is going down and you're going up, it doesn't really make sense like that.
Yeah.
That
And
match.
I don't always think that saying like, I could lease him out if I want to move up and he needs to move down is like a great contingency plan all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good thought, but it doesn't always happen that way.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't buy the horse being like, I'm going to lease him out, because
Yeah.
you don't know what's going to happen.
Know. Yeah.
You have to be like, I'm going to buy this horse, and if something happens to the horse, I'm going to feel confident enough financially that I can afford this horse's upkeep,
Yeah.
rehab, whatever, and another horse.
Yep.
Like I automatically go for like a worst case scenario. and then go from
with
there.
horses, you have to go with worst
You
case
have to
scenario.
always go for worst case scenario, yeah, because you could lease him out. Like, the thought is there that you could
Yeah.
lease him out for a good amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would continue leasing this horse out for 30 to 40.
Yeah.
I mean, I think 40 was a super fair price for this horse.
Yeah, I agree.
If I was the owner, I would have just done 40,000
Yeah.
straight off the bat. Especially if it was, like, if the sales price was 90, like, that's only a third. She did, like, the 30%, which is something that we're not really seeing anymore. Like, people are understanding the risks of leases, and now that 40 to 50% is, like, really common, really common now. So, yeah, I would go the lease route for sure.
Yeah.
Because 35,000 is, like, it's a ton of money, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But when you compare it to, like, the horse that you have, your goals, where you want to be, it's better than just the 60,000 that you would pay to basically be taking on a 16-year-old. Is that what he would be? A 16-year-old, and then hoping that he's going to be sound and able to do the job further down the line so you can afford your horse. So yeah. Lease.
Yeah, I would lease.
Lease him again. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Let me show you pictures of the horse first.
Okay. Aw.
That's a really good picture.
Really cute. That is a good picture.
I would be hanging that picture up.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I love listening/watching your show and guessing along prices with you. I figured I'd send in my fun story and see if you could guess the price of my mare.
Okay.
She is 17 hands, 2012 KWPN chestnut mare. Sweetest chestnut mare ever. Brave, honest, takes a joke, and can literally cart anyone around. A total saint. Was jumping 125 in Europe before being imported in July of 2021. Was bred twice in Europe, with her babies now doing the 135s. I was looking for a week lease to try and qualify for the 3-foot 3-3 finals. The second she came off quarantine, the owner shipped her 3 hours for me to try her. While she was a jumper, she was definitely more of an equitation prospect. However, she would need some work to be converted into an equitation horse. We ended up going forward with the week lease, thinking nothing of it. Original sales price was blank. So she actually it's a story, or it's a saga. So
okay.
She did the week lease, but the sales price of this horse was blank.
How old's the horse? Sorry, I'm like distracted by everything going on outside of my office.
2012. So she's
14.
14. Thank you for doing that math.
Well, the other horse was 2011.
Oh, okay. She's 14. But she was imported in July of 2021. So she was already here for, like, what is this, 5 years? Okay.
Was she like 50?
Higher.
65? 75?
Keep the thought process. No, keep the thought process.
85?
Yes. 85,000. I fell in love with her after the week lease, leased her through finals in the fall, and signed a year lease in September 2021 with an option to buy her out in the fall of 2022. Her lease price was blank.
45?
A little bit less.
42?
Yes.
Okay.
$42,500. So this person actually went straight with the 50%.
Yeah.
like hardcore, exactly 50%.
Yeah.
I developed her into an equitation horse and even moved up to the big equitation that WEP season with lots of good placings. We had planned to go through the buyout at the end of the year and eventually lease her out once I went to college. So this was back in 2021. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, she colicked on the trailer ride back up from Florida and needed surgery.
Oh my God.
While she would make a full recovery, the owner, who does primarily import and sales, did not want to put the time into her rehab. Instead, he asked if we would buy her then. So she was leasing So she was leasing for $42,500 and then signed the lease and then I guess was going to buy her out.
Mm-hmm.
So instead he asked if we would buy her then. We bought her for blank.
Does this include the original lease price? I'm guessing not.
No.
Okay. Did they buy her for like $10K?
A little bit higher.
15?
12. That was a really great guess. I never would have. I never would have guessed that price. $12K.
Wow.
I guess because it was in addition to the lease price.
Yeah, it was in addition. Yeah.
So like when you do it that way, it's like, okay,
All
it's not
in
like
was 55K, right? 42 plus 12.
For 54,500.
Oh, it was just 12K.
54,
it wasn't 12,500.
yeah, 54,500. So that would make her sales price $54,500, which for a horse that's doing all of that is really good.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
really good. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. There's more. Best decision ever. She took me to my first indoor finals, plays in all 3 rings, and even came to college with me. I could not lease or sell her after all we have been through. Now she is carting me around the adult equitation rings like the perfect princess she is and will retire with me when she's ready.
Aww.
I look back on our story and think how lucky I got to be with such an incredible equitation horse that was only supposed to be a week lease. That's so cute.
That is really cute. I love that.
And we saw the picture of
good
her in the equitation with you, and I said that
She's so
you should
cute.
frame that photo because
that's
it's
a great picture.
Such a great picture. That's like, those are the one-off situations that we talk about where the horse shouldn't be valued at that.
Yeah.
And because something happens, and we're seeing it more with injuries now, I feel like the owners don't want to take on that rehab injury or the rehab cost or surgery cost and are willing to take a huge cut on the horse. Because I mean, to buy her for an additional $14,000, I mean, what do you think about the lease price?
I think the lease price is fair.
And the sales price.
I think the lease price is fair. I think for the situation, the sale price was fair. Obviously, the lease price is the sale price was like way, way, way cheaper than she would have gotten.
Yeah, because she was originally priced at $85,000.
Yeah. But like, if the horse colicked, needed surgery, needed rehab, like all of that stuff.
Yeah.
I think that was fair.
Yeah, especially because I think it's the owner does primarily, they said sales, imports and sales. So like that's not an owner that had time, it seems like.
Yeah.
Or the maybe finances, but just didn't have the time to like rehab the horse. So it was just like, get her off the books, let me find my next one. Because I think if she was with an owner that was like not doing like an amateur owner or like that was like your horse, I feel like the price would have been a lot higher, not definitely. Like get her off the books. Because I mean, I think $85,000 was fair. I think the lease price was fair.
Yeah.
I think $12,000 is way more than fair. I think that's a great price.
Yeah, I mean, $12,000, is a great price. Especially
because you don't feel it as much because you already paid $42,500 for the lease. So, like, your parents must have been like, great. Yeah. And instead of paying an additional,
instead of paying an additional
$42,500,
yeah,
$12,000, they were like, absolutely, let's buy the horse.
Yeah, definitely.
Or if this person, I'm assuming that, maybe this person bought it. Maybe the parents didn't, because she's doing the adult equitation. I don't know. I don't know if this person. I'm like fully invested in this story because it was just a week lease. Like how cool is that you like find a bond with a horse for a week?
I know,
just a random week lease, and you're like, that will be my forever horse. Yeah. Like she's gonna retire with her. Like,
I know.
That's so sweet.
That was a good story.
We love it.
Yeah. All right. Animal communicator story time. So we have 3 stories. And then I actually took notes on my animal communicator session when we did it 2 years ago. So I can tell you guys what the animal communicator
Okay.
said for all of my animals, because I did Jelly
Oh, wait,
Bean,
I
Nori,
did
and
too.
Squid.
I took notes. I just typed it in my computer.
Okay. All right, so we'll do that. We'll
Okay.
read the stories first, and then we'll talk about our animal communicator.
You want to give like a background for the animal communicator? So like when people go to animal communicators, it's usually, I think, one for fun, but like also when you're having issues with your horse that you're just like you
I've tried
can't figure
everything.
out.
I've tried everything, and I don't know what.
Need help. Like you're going to like you've tried all the lengths and then you end up reaching out. There's a couple animal communicators out there. Actually, there's probably more than a couple that do this over the phone or do it through Zoom. We've heard about it, so Nora and I were very interested, and we ended up doing two for us.
So what we got a submission. We got a submission that was talking about an animal communicator, and then we decided, we were like, we're gonna do an animal communicator episode.
So we found one.
We did the animal communicator, and then we never did the episode.
And fun fact, we did it for our horse and our dog.
Yeah, I did it for my dogs and Squid.
Yes. And
I'd be curious to do it again, just based off of some of the stuff that's in here that she said.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun to like look back on that.
I'd be curious. I kind of want to do it again. But I'm scared that Jellybean's going to be like, I wish you didn't have a baby.
Why'd you bring Hazel?
Yeah.
Have you seen, I don't know if I told you this before, but have you seen the TikToks where it's like the camera's on like the baby or something, and it's like, how do you return this? And then the camera flips the other way, and it's like the dog. I was like, I can see Jellybean doing that.
Okay.
All right, so do you want to talk about our experience first, or do you want to read the submissions? Maybe read the submissions.
Let's do the submissions first. Okay. This one's a little bit long. Oh wait, did we read this one already? Or is this the original one? Because she gave us a recommendation for the animal communicator. Because
this is the one that we went to.
Yeah. Did we do this one?
Hold on.
I'm gonna read it anyway. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah, if you're new here, you'll love it. If you've already like heard it, you're gonna hear it again.
You're gonna hear it again, or you can skip it. Okay. We actually just read a submission from this person too a few weeks ago.
Thanks for sending them
for another horse that they bought. I think this one was the person who like found this really nice horse, like Warm Blood.
Yeah.
For like
nothing.
15K or something.
Oh my gosh.
Something crazy. Okay. So this is from February 22nd, 2024. She said, "Hi guys, love the podcast. I'm so glad I had something to email about. I hope you don't mind me sharing a novel. I bought my little quarter horse back in May 2021, my first horse, so I was excited and so nervous. He was basically living a retired life when I bought him, as the woman who owned him wasn't using him much, which is why she sold him. So we restarted bringing him into work. There were days it was a struggle for both of us physically and mentally, as neither of us was in shape for it. We kept at it, building our relationship and our small riding goals. In February 2023, he started doing this kick-out thing with one back leg. It was subtle, but we couldn't figure out why. It was almost like he was having a tiny tantrum and then would go on with whatever I asked of him. I even had a vet check him out to make sure there were no issues. Other than maybe some stiffness due to age, nothing wrong. I had started following an animal communicator on TikTok and then Instagram and really liked how she operated. I decided to give her a try. What a life-changing experience. And I know that sounds ridiculous. My main question was to find out if anything was bothering him. All I told her was a quarter horse named blank. The first thing she comes out with is, he says he knows that you always say that your dog is the love of your life, but I'm the love of your life. LOL. Here are some of the more important things that he had to say. His kickout is because his feet are a little sore from the ground and his turnout consistently changing from frozen to mud. He knows it's just weather related and it's not a big deal, but it annoys him. He doesn't want steel shoes to help. He was currently barefoot at the time. If he wore shoes or boots, he'd just pull them and told me he hates wearing the fly mask, which he always pulls off. He loves winter and hates flies and being hot, so summer is not his time. We were always meant to be together, but our journey took longer because I wasn't ready for him in my life until that point. Aww. And he even acknowledged a few other horses I tried that didn't work out.
Wow.
He reminded me to remember that I know him best out of anyone, so lean into trusting myself to make decisions for him. He said that I'm so decisive in every other area of my life except horses, and I need to trust myself. And the biggest takeaway from this, he said he knew how nervous I was in the beginning, and I was so afraid I would mess him up, and that held us back from progressing. He said that I had been better at it, but that I needed to trust us and our relationship. The next day, I had a lesson, and I decided to follow his advice. My trainer asked me to jump this silly jump that included a box. I was still doing cross rails and very small verticals. I was so nervous, but just repeated out loud to Wyatt, I trust you, as we approached, and of course, he sailed over it with ease.
That is so cute.
From then till this past summer, we progressed at jumping bigger and jumps with more filler and boxes. And we were working on cantering, as it's hard for him to keep cantering all the way around and hard for me to keep him going. Towards the end of summer, I felt like we hit another slump. I wasn't sure if it was just a growth spurt we were struggling to get through, or if he was telling me, this is all I really want to do, Mom. One day, walking through the field, I had a complete sobbing breakdown about it, asking if he wanted to move forward together, if we should keep working towards the goal I had in my head, or was this where he wanted to top off at? Because honestly, he was the one I wanted to do it with. I even talked to my trainer about it, and she's like, I know you'll never sell him, but if he doesn't want to, we can figure out a situation where I lease him from you for my kid lessons, and you lease for me something that you like to keep taking you. But she said, let's give him through winter. We know he hates summer. In October, I did another check-in session with the communicator. I wanted his opinions on our progress. He told me he absolutely wants to keep going. We have the same goals. He just needs more time to build up his stamina. He also admitted it's a little embarrassing when the other horses in the ring are cantering around him and he can't keep up. That was all I needed to hear. In the past year, we have gone from jumping cross rails and struggling to keep cantering to cantering small courses of all verticals ranging from 18 inches to 2'3".
Oh.
With simple lead changes that sometimes have a few extra trot steps toward the end of the course because we're both exhausted. We have even jumped a few small oxers and a small triple bar just the other night. And on the rare occasion I feel nerves these days, I just continue to repeat, I trust you, because in the coming on 3 years I've owned him, he has never given me a reason not to trust him. Thanks for letting me share my story. I hope it inspires you to reach out to an animal communicator. I'm including her contact info and a few pics.
Oh.
So here he is.
Oh my gosh. It's so cute. I love that, like, stories like that. Oh my gosh.
I know.
This is why the animal communicator stories are so fun, because it's like, yes.
I
You
know.
it's a light bulb moment, or it's that.
But sometimes they say like funny stuff, like when he said that
he doesn't like
he
the
knows
horses.
you will always say your dog is the love of your life, but I'm the love of your life. Or he's embarrassed he can't keep up with the horses.
Yeah, and this is the animal communicator that we ended up going to as well. Yeah. All right. That's such a great story.
I know.
Sometimes they just like say things, because like when you go to the animal communicator, I don't think I gave any information whatsoever. I mean, obviously, like, people can look up on social media and stuff like that, like your horse and whatnot, but like I didn't give any information about my dog or anything like that. And some of the stuff that they say is like, how did you know that?
I know.
So very, very cool. I'd highly recommend it personally. All right.
Oh my God, Rory. Hold on. Let's let Rory stop barking first before you start reading.
Okay. We purchased a large pony and a horse last year for my two daughters, 11 and 13. They came from two very different backgrounds, the pony being great and having no idea her history, and then the horse who was aged, coming from a very different life, traveling the country doing A shows. At the time, my girls learned how to canter and jump on their horses, so we mainly wanted to know if they were happy with us and if they liked the girls. We communicated with the pony first.
This should be good.
We were really interested to know kind of what she did in her past. The animal communicator stated the first owner used very old school harsh methods to train her. The second owner did a lot of foundational work with her. At one time, she was just in a field for a few years, etc. In the beginning of the reading, which was all conducted via Zoom, no need to be physically with the horses, I didn't offer up any information about all of the horses, as I wanted to see how well she read the horses to see if it made sense to us before we offered up information. So for the pony, we asked about her personality, and she said that she offered kind of a braced response, which makes sense to us because she's a very anxious, tightly wound pony. We asked if she likes being with us and my daughter's name riding her. Her response was that she heard this daughter's name, that in the beginning there was a bit of a miscommunication when she first came to us, but now she feels a really strong desire to teach and protect her daughter. Aww. And that was something that she didn't expect to feel.
That's cute.
Then we wanted to know about her eye. Originally, when we got her, we bought her without riding her, shipped her down from this northern state to Florida, and then found that she was way too much pony for either of the girls. So in the beginning, we didn't ride her much and decided to put her up for sale and find a more suitable mount. Enter the horse we purchased. During the time she was for sale, she had something happen to her eye, a corneal ulcer on top of an old cataract that has basically made her blind in one eye. Hence, we took her off the market, and my older daughter and her started over from scratch together. I didn't tell the communicator anything other than asking her the question to ask the pony about her eye. She responded that she has limited vision, depth perception, and she's not as worried about it as we are. She went on to say that she feels like she ran into something in the paddock to make her lose her vision in that eye. I felt like she has given me enough information to tell the communicator a bit of the history of hers that we know and asked what we could do to support her, if she wanted to jump, etc. She said she wants to look at the fences from all directions, front and back, because that's how she comprehends depth perception. She's learned that speed is how she gets out of discomfort from her harsher owner's methods. And she's learned that if she speeds up, she can evade things. But she's learned that we're retraining her and the way that she can learn to relax and enjoy the process. We then switched to our horse, who is my 11-year-old rides. Enter, are they both? Hold on. Enter this daughter's name, especially wanted to know if her horse loves her. Oh. The communicator asked what my daughter's name was and communicated that to our horse. She said that what we asked her to do is way easier than what she was doing before. The horse then went on to say that she'll build momentum when jumping and forgets sometimes that there's a tiny human on top of her, so she needs to slow down. She said that she feels as though it's been really enriching to have and build relationships with her daughter. Aww. And the other girls that we let ride her. She gets to teach them. She also said that she was sending love to her daughter and that they have a very emotional relationship. Then she said that my daughter and her get together and touch heads with each other. Touch heads with each other a lot. She said that the daughter is a really sensitive young person and she's sending love to her and encouraging her to not let the world make her less sensitive and that it's okay to be a sensitive human. It's okay to feel things very deeply. This is entirely true, and at this point we were all crying our eyes out.
That would make me, I'm like about to cry.
I was almost crying at your last one. And that daughter's name, you're going to have to edit that one out. And that daughter's name is a really nice little rider. We then went on to ask what her trailering issue was because she destroyed the trailer that we brought her only 45 minutes away from her old barn. She said she doesn't like being alone in the trailer. If she sees another horse go in, she'll be fine. My husband wanted to know what she thought of him. That's a bold question to ask. No. She said he's okay.
He's okay.
That she realized this is my passion and he's around for it. We ended with her daughter telling the horse that the brushes we mounted on her stall wall were for her to use to scratch itches, and the communicator said that the horse said she knows because the daughter has demonstrated how to use them for her many times. Which is funny because she always does. She always does try to show. Wait.
Like, should I bring Hazel in here just so that she's getting antsy?
Which is funny because she always does try to show the horse how to use the brushes. We also sent the recording to my trainer who thought it was spot on except for a few tiny details. My trainer now has incorporated telling my daughter when she's ready to jump to have her show the pony all the jumps in the ring, so it's been really great. Overall, it was a very helpful and positive experience.
Aww. So this person said, hello, I have tons of stories. I used to question if it was real or not, but after some of these things, I can't not believe in it. All my sessions have been over the phone, keep in mind. I had an OTTB mare that was having lameness issues. We took x-rays and found an old fracture on her FR coffin bone. Fast forward to the session with the animal communicator. I never mentioned any lameness issues, but she found it right away. Said my mare was showing her pain in the tip of her finger, which is the same bone as the coffin bone. So weird. I had an old mare that I used for lessons and asked my animal communicator how she was feeling. She said that she was having pain in her mouth and to check her gums. Sure enough, I looked the next day and she had a sore on her gums. I had a client's horse tell the animal communicator he likes to wear his liquid titanium mask overnight in his stall at shows because it made him feel like a superhero and gave him confidence. I imported a dressage horse that recently changed to the jumpers. He told the animal communicator that he liked the jumpers because he didn't have to wait for permission for everything. Thought that was super interesting. She also said he was very nervous about his change in careers but wanted to do a good job.
Oh. So she got the animal communicator for multiple horses.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So we did the animal communicator. I did it for Phoenix, and I did it my dog, and I did it for Finn. So Phoenix, she's like, her personality is just really funny. So like the animal communicator basically said she's all good. Wow, I haven't looked at this in like 2 years.
I know.
Said, it's funny now looking back on it.
I know.
Said she's all good, but a little bit of backstory. So my parents lived like 5 minutes away from me. So when I go to work in the morning, I drop her off for like doggy daycare at my parents' house, and then they have a dog sitter that comes by, and she gets to be around the other dogs. So she spends a lot of time there with my parents and their 2 dogs. So when I asked how she was doing, the animal communicator basically said that she doesn't think that my parents' dogs are as sophisticated or as smart as she is. So that was really funny. So now that's become like a running joke in our family that like she's just like sophisticated, and like if you know Phoenix, like we have Adirondack chairs in like our front yard, and like my parents also do, and like when she goes out, she'll just be sitting in the Adirondack chairs. Like she owns the place. So like that's very on point for her. We also, this was when we had just moved up from Florida. And it was a big adjustment because she was in Florida for like most of her life. Like I think we moved when she was 4-ish. So I wanted to know how she adjusted to that move. And she said she was good with the move. She just wants to be where I am, which was nice. Also, she brought up something that was really interesting from my past, like personally, that I had like a really difficult time. I've talked about it a couple times on the podcast, but just like a difficult time personally when I was in Florida. And she said something that related to that like difficult past, and said like basically that you had to get through, like she understands why you went through it. She didn't like see me having to go through all of that, but she thinks that it was just basically like it needed to happen, but like she was really sad, but she's glad that like what happened resolved itself. And I didn't mention any of that, so like when she brought that up, I was like, oof. So that was basically it for Phoenix. Then she went on to Finn. I'm not gonna read that part. I'll let you read it, but I'm not gonna read that part. So this was when I just had moved Finn. So we just bought a house, and I had just moved Finn from the old the barn that he was at to a new barn. And he said that the horses at the new barn had really good social skills.
Is he implying that the horses at the other barn didn't?
I don't know. Well, let me show you what. Just read that part.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, he just said that they had really good social skills, and at the other barn he was on like solo turnout, and the turnout wasn't like, he kept on knocking down the fence posts. So like he wasn't in like a big pasture like he is now.
Yeah.
And he does have a friend in the pasture with him, which he loves having company. So yeah, he said that love the social skills.
Hazel.
He said he likes to jump and go fast. He's not a fan of foundational work and dressage, which I really tried to drill into him. But he does say that he appreciates it. And he appreciates that I held him back and worked him up, which I did do. Loves the work that he does. He loves me.
Aww.
And that I do whatever I can for him. I mean, he better, because like I've
done
a lot for this horse. And then it was interesting because the same thing that she said about Phoenix, she said the same thing about Finn, that in Florida during this time I wasn't myself, and he's sorry if he caused me extra stress during that time. And then I asked about his feet, which were, because like that's been like that was like one of our moves from Florida, and which is why I moved from Florida, because of his feet. But she said he feels good. The footing does make his feet a bit sore sometimes. He likes the open spaces and being able to see everything. He knows that it was a super big move for me to go from Florida up to Pennsylvania, but he was really appreciative, and knows that I did like a lot of work with him, with the feet, with everything. And he recognized that the move from Miami to Pennsylvania was super sudden, and that I was really withdrawn, which I was. Like, it was during that time. And that he, this was like sad for me, because he said he thought I was way more happy and a go-getter when I first met him, and then I've been super stressed and anxious. And he said he's really happy to see me finally getting back into a routine and getting back to myself. And then I asked like a bit more about the feet, and she basically told me that he didn't want to talk about his feet because he knew it would make me anxious. So he basically just said, don't talk to her about it. And then he talked about like his neck and his pole, basically about, because we were having like issues with him tossing his head, and said that they were a little bit sore. So we ended up getting like massage and chiro. And then he said he prefers warming up on a long rein for 10 to 20 minutes to let him get a feel of his body before he does work. So I've actually incorporated that into our routine in the, like, when we ride. And yeah, that was pretty much it. But I loved it. I thought it was great. I want to do it again with her. I thought she was very spot on. And it was just interesting to see her talk about things that I didn't mention. Like, aside from asking about the feet, I didn't tell her anything about it.
Yeah.
And then when she was bringing up like personal stuff from the past, that was like what really, because like no one really knows about that.
Yeah.
So like that was like a type of situation. So yeah, 10 out of 10 experience.
Right. I'm gonna try to go kind of fast because I just got a notification that my phone has low battery.
Oh.
Yeah, baby. Okay, so Jelly Bean. We did this in March 27th, 2024 is the date. So almost exactly 2 years ago. So for Jelly Bean is my dog that I've had we've had her for like 11 years.
I was with you when you first brought her because she was in college.
Yeah. Hazel, don't step on my computer, baby. So Jelly Bean was mostly concerned about Rory. She thought that we had ruined her life when we first brought him home. She recognized the guilt that we had from changing her life like that. We still make fun of this. This is something we still laugh about, that Jelly Bean thinks that he's special needs. So yeah, Jelly Bean thinks that Rory's special needs, and that's still an ongoing joke in our family. She gets annoyed because she doesn't think he can read social cues, and she feels bad for him because she thinks he has a hard time managing his feelings sometimes.
Sounds like Jelly Bean.
She feels like although Rory is annoying, she has a new pep in her step and is more active because of him. But she feels responsible for taking care of him. She said she is ready to be involved in us having a baby. I'm curious to know what she has to say about that now. She loves us and feels like she has an equal connection to both of us and not just one of us in particular. She feels like she's seen us both grow a lot and has seen us through a lot of big life changes, which is true. She was with me in college. She was with us when we moved into our first apartment, our second apartment. when we got married. And she knows that I'm already worried about her dying and is going to stick around for a long time. Rory said that he's addicted to the dopamine rush he gets from barking.
I can believe it.
He wants to go on more adventures, but expectations versus reality are different because of his behavior, and he recognizes that.
She's going to walk around.
She's good. He feels like he's ruined some experiences for us because of his behavior, but he didn't realize it at the time. Rory, by the way, has really awful behavior. He barks at every dog, and he's just like...
Is she able to go on their computer?
No, it's locked.
Oh, okay.
He's very hyper-vigilant and has a hard time managing that. And in a vacuum, Rory knows commands, but it's hard for him to apply it in real-world situations. And then Squid... Squid said that he thinks that we're meant to be together. He wants me to be less hard on myself and not think I'm holding him back. He likes the way that I ride better than the way my trainer rides him.
Oh, that's it.
Because he feels like we have a mutual understanding and bond.
Oh my gosh. Do you tell Carolyn that?
No. And he also said, so my trainer's boyfriend does polo, and he would sometimes ride Squid, and he said that he thinks that he has bad posture.
Wow, Squid is just going around with the disses.
Yeah. He said that he's happy to move up if that's what I want to do. He wants to help me reach my goals, and we did end up doing the meter 25 for a little bit. I was asking him, because sometimes he'll just like have rails with his hind end.
Yeah.
Just like cheap rails a little bit. Kind of like block her face. And he said he feels like he might have some hind end weakness and can't lift his legs any higher. He said he gets anxious around turnout time, but it's not dramatic. I guess when all the horses are like going out and stuff, he's like, woo. He likes Joe because he feeds him really yummy treats.
Oh.
He's proud of his resume and all the stuff he's done so far. He loves going fast almost as much as he loves jumping. And he knows that we're pursuing our passion together.
Oh.
So I'd be curious to see...
what it is now.
Yeah, I'd be curious to like do another session and kind of see what all the animals have to say, especially since the appearance of Hazel, whose face I'm trying to block from the camera because I don't want her face to be on YouTube. But yeah.
Yeah, we love the animal communicator stories.
Yeah, the stories are really fun. And I might like schedule another session.
I think I'm going to schedule another session too to just see, because now that, I mean, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But like if you're on the fence about it, just do it. Like that was like a really fun experience just to go through it. Whether you believe in it or not, it's just a really fun experience. And I feel like I learned a lot, and I actually took that into like when we were riding or when I was around him. Like it just like it gave me reassurance and something to do.
Yeah.
Like so I didn't have to be anxious. So definitely do it. We recommend going to an animal communicator.
Yes. Hi, baby. She's waving. Yeah, but that's all we got. My phone's about to die.
Yep.
So, yeah. Ready?
Yep.
Working Ammy's out. This really is a Working Ammy episode with Hazel coming in here towards the end. Whew, I'm sweating. It's hot in here.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm sweating.